This is one of those times I'm glad the Force is with you.
You've never heard of the Millennium Falcon?
Should I have?
It's a ship that made the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs.
Hey everyone, and welcome to
Kessel Run Weekly.
My name is Danny,
I'm Heather.
and today we are talking the most devastating episode of Rebels that I have ever, or any cartoon ever. We're talking Star Wars Rebels. We are here to comfort you as much as we possibly can. We still need comforting a little bit after that episode. But yeah, we're going to be talking Jedi Knight and Dume, the episodes that just aired this past Monday. Fair warning before we dive into it or anything, definitely spoilers. Spoilers abound. Hopefully you've seen it by now. I apologize if I upset anybody with my spoilery post that I posted on Tuesday.
Your spoilery cry face sent through Messenger.
I wasn't thinking of it being a spoiler thing, though. That was the thing. Like, literally, I was like, Heather, you need to watch this now. And then I put that. But, I mean, you and I have, in all fairness, have been talking about that character's possible death for a long time. So, I mean... what else could I expect? So yeah.
It's alright.
But yeah, so that I apologize. I am.
Hubs did the same
pariah.
thing. I woke up to a message after I figured it out last night with the cry face. The Hubs woke me up this morning with Rebels was intense or something like that, and I'm like, and he's not the emotional kind of fictional characters, so. Yeah, I kind of figured it was pretty heart-wrenching. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and actually just dive into that. So,
yeah.
I mean, with the trailer and everything that came out for the second half of Season 4, we knew that there was going to be a rescue for Hera and everything. First off, I want to say drugged Hera is probably my favorite. I thought that was great.
It brought me back to college.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Especially
going
with
to the bar and everybody going.
Yeah. Even to the point where Kanan's like, I hadn't seen you like this in a while. It was awesome, and like in all honesty, it kind of brought me kind of like New Dawn kind of feels for the novel that we read and everything. Because a lot of it was reminiscent of their first meeting, or like how Kanan remembers them as they were when they were younger.
Right.
Because, I mean, obviously, talking about the bad haircut and everything, like...
See, I thought, because I tear the cover art off of all of my books. You know this about me. As soon as I get a book, the cover just goes flying, and wherever it lands, I'll pick it up later. But he had a ponytail on the cover.
He did.
So I don't understand where those comments came from.
See, I don't know either. And I watched the Rebels Recon trying to find some kind of comfort in something last night. And they were talking about how it was like him going back to when he first met Hera. But my thing, like you said, on the cover, it's a ponytail. So I guess maybe
and I could have swore there was a description of him with a ponytail.
I'm pretty sure, but I don't know. So,
and what gift did he give her when they first met?
That's what I was wondering.
To save her life. I don't understand. That whole scene. I mean, it was sweet.
Yeah. Even Hera seemed confused by it. Yeah.
Yeah, it lost me a little, and she was rightfully confused. I thought maybe hers could be chalked up to drugs, but
yeah. I don't know. If I'd just seen my own death, I'd probably be a little upset too and a little out of whack. So I don't know.
No, she's the one that said it.
As far as like you talking about the gift? Well, no, I just meant as far as like what Kanan was saying and stuff like that. Because like it all felt like from the beginning of the episode, everything he was saying was final to me. Like
because he knew he was gonna die. I mean, he had a premonition.
He had a Kenobi moment where he was like, "Well, this is it." So yeah. But I mean, so on Rebels Recon though, that they talked about the haircut, about the horrible haircut. Like it's even worse when you get to see it all the way around. It just gets worse the more you look at it.
I would just shave my whole head. That's what my husband does.
Yeah.
When he started losing his hair at like 19, he
Yeah.
just shaves it. That's what a
Yeah.
normal person does. Well, I couldn't do much without a mirror. Then shave it.
Well, not even a mirror. He's blind. Like, who
know.
let the blind man cut his hair?
The blind jokes are just...
It's everywhere. It's everywhere and eternally everywhere. But I mean,
And he can fly a glider.
Yeah, he can fly a glider. It's the Force or something. I don't know. It's the blind jokes are everywhere. But one thing that they did say in Rebels Recon, I haven't researched into this, but they were talking about the reason that they did that for him, or the cutting of his hair and everything. They were talking about like samurai going into battle, how they just kind of stripped themselves of everything. I don't know much about samurai culture. I just thought that was an interesting thing because he's always had that kind of samurai look to him, even though he's our space cowboy. His saber has that kind of katana hilt to it and everything. So I thought that was an interesting kind of aside to it.
Right. I liked it. I mean, it was really good. I thought it was funny.
Yeah. No, it definitely was. Like, literally the first thing I said to my wife was, who let the blind man cut his hair? Like, why are you guys leaving him with a knife in a cave? Like,
I would probably, like, trust my 6-year-old to cut his hair before I'd trust Kanan to cut his.
I think that's a fair assessment. I really do.
Because all he did was cut a little in the front. He didn't, like, you know,
He
shave
didn't, like,
part
shave
and
it,
then leave this and then the...
I mean, you'd think he'd just kind of be like, yeah, you know, a little bit more down here or something like that, instead of, you know, keeping his mullet. So, more power to you, Kanan.
Trender. He's a trendsetter.
He is. Now that haircut's going to be everywhere.
Yeah, it's going to be the new Rachel. Or
Oh, gosh.
that was a thing once, right?
Oh, I don't know.
That was a character in a show one time. She got her
Friends?
hair cut. Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then everybody got their hair cut like her.
Oh, my goodness.
Nobody knew how to fix it. At least this you'd know how to fix. You just kind of...
Well, see, I have a wife to stop me if I decide that I'm going to do something like that, so...
Well,
I'm totally
his
gonna
lady
look like
friend
Kanan. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm just wondering what Alpha Ignition's going to do with his hair now.
Well, see, his doesn't look like that. His actually looks good.
I know. I meant now that
Yeah.
he's seen the full cut.
I wonder if he's like, oh
How
god.
dedicated are you, John? How dedicated are you? I want to see.
Yeah, right. Let's see you rock the full mullet, John.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness. But yes, so obviously poking fun because we're about to get to the really sad parts.
Yeah.
So I really liked the whole Calicori thing. Like, I mean, obviously when he passed by, he was definitely gonna get it. Like, that was unquestionable.
And you knew when
Yeah.
Thrawn brought it in that somehow she was going to get it back, or they wouldn't have. Filoni's not the kind of guy that just says, "Oh, look at this useless thing," and let me toss the story now.
Right.
You know. So you knew it was going to come up, and I'm glad she got it back.
I am too. I thought it was really sweet that of what she added to it in the end and everything for Kanan and stuff. I thought that was really cool.
And I like that it was Chopper's idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That he be family.
Chopper
No, he's
has such a
family.
heart.
So.
Yeah.
Well, no, he doesn't.
I mean, in a way, like,
He has very good AI.
he does a very good AI. He's an intuitive AI.
Yes. I don't know, because I don't know. A heart to me is kind of an.
I mean, as close to a heart as a bucket of bolts can get. I mean,
Right.
But I mean, I think that affected me more than actually watching that scene. Was as soon as Chopper held her hand, I was just like, I'm done. I can't.
Yep.
Like, I'm thinking about it right now and kind of like teared up a little bit. Like, I'm just like, man. And now I understand because I watched McKenna's live stream on Instagram before this aired and everything. She didn't spoil anything, but she was like, yeah, I've seen grown men cry. I get it now. I get it, and it's not even over yet.
No.
So yeah, but I mean, even so, going forward in it and everything, talking about, I loved where she got back to Calicori and everything. How she was like, "Wait, this isn't a gift. This is mine." What are you talking about? That whole exchange, because I love funny Hera. Like, that was the best. The Hera that can let go, you know?
Right.
Because, like, she's obviously had this armor on for probably since all of last season.
It makes you wonder if that truth serum is, like, going to come out as recreational here pretty soon.
Oh, goodness.
Because she was, like,
Yeah.
really, wow.
Maybe she forgot she could be that way. So
Maybe so.
yeah, there is that. But I mean, as far as like, I like that they had their moment on the little fuel cell and everything, where finally she's just like, "I love you," and he's like, "That's just the truth serum."
Yeah.
And she's like, "No, it's me, clear," and everything. And like, no joke, like the regular Rebels fan in me, I thought Filoni was gonna rip that away from us, where it was like almost about to kiss and then done. And I was just like, no, don't do it, don't do it. Yeah, like the whole time I'm sitting here going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Like I was seriously thought that was gonna be the moment. But like the whole time though, like I mean, I know we've talked about Kanan being the one to die and how he makes the most logical choice as far as where his arc is gone and everything. I just didn't know how. And
Right.
I mean, you blew the guy up. I mean, I guess I felt
You blew the
yeah.
guy up saving the rebellion.
True.
So, I mean, there was a purpose.
Well, and that's the thing is like I was trying to think of how he could have gone at the hands of someone, but that's the thing is like in combat, Thrawn wouldn't have taken him down. That would have been at some point. Kanan would have been like, "Deuces, we're gone," or something like that. There's not another Jedi other than, or not Jedi, but another Sith or anything like that other than Vader that he would have had to go up against, and it'd just been kind of weird for Vader just to pop up out of nowhere for unprompted almost, even though
On Lothal.
on Lothal of all places, this backwater planet. So I don't know. Like the whole time I'm sitting here going, he can't literally die at the hands of someone.
Right, but he died
yeah.
saving his friends and the woman he loves and saving the rebellion. So,
Absolutely.
I think he went out with style.
I think he did too.
And he got his eyes back. He got to see everybody one
That
last time.
crushed me. Like the whole time. Okay, so the whole time he's holding back the fire. For one, that was freaking awesome. That was the coolest looking visual. So bravo to Filoni and team. That was amazing. But the whole time he's holding it back, I mean, literally, I don't think I breathed at all the entire time. You know how I was in Last Jedi. So.
Yeah.
But literally, I was just standing or not staring at the screen, and like I was just like, "What is this happening?" and everything. And then he turns around, and then his eyes go clear, and he can see again, and he gets to see Hera one last time. That wrecked me. Like that was my moment of I can't. I'm done. This is, oh my gosh. Like, oh god. Like, even thinking about it right now, because, like, I even went back to look at the, to make sure I saw what I saw, basically. I was watching, Disney XD had put out the death scene, literally, like, not even an hour after it fully aired, and I was just like, that's quick. But I was watching it muted, mind you, and still got the same feelings. I was like, crap, done. But, yeah. So
My feels, I mean, I watched it a second time and, you know, knowing what was going to happen and all the foreshadowing and everything, you know, I felt things, but my feelings didn't come in until the second episode because yes, death is tragic and it's horrible for Kanan and everything, but he's dead. He can't feel anything anymore. He's gone. But Ezra and Hera aren't.
Right.
And TMI, you know this. A couple of our listeners know this. But my best friend died last month. And so it has been difficult, you know, to live past it. Because you just have to. You've got kids and you've got a life and you've got, you know, things to do. And, you know, there's this moment where when she died, I was like, she's gone, you know, and Ezra did the same thing. He's like, Kanan's gone. No, Kanan's not gone. My husband is gone. There's a difference because he's coming back in a couple of months. I get to talk to him every once in a while. No, Jennifer, she's dead. Kanan is dead. There's a difference. And that is a hard thing to say, because you want to say gone and not coming back, or left or something. No.
Well, even Zeb questions it too. He's
Yeah.
like, "What do you mean gone?
Yeah,
Like,
what do you mean gone?
yeah.
That's not.
Yeah, was he captured? Yeah.
That's not real. No, dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah.
And then Hera, is sitting there saying, I thought I had so much time, and you never do.
Right.
Even if you have 70 years, you never have enough time.
Absolutely.
So just say what you got to say.
Oh, definitely.
Do what you got to do.
Well, and you can feel it throughout the team. Like, I mean, I think the aftermath of, I mean, yes, his death was very hard to watch and very impactful and everything, but it's the aftermath. Like you said, going into that second
That's what
episode.
hurt me.
Yeah, I mean, because it's rough to watch, because literally Hera shuts down. She's like,
Right.
I don't know what to do now, because she's been with Kanan for as long as
Years.
she can. Yeah, years.
And I've lived that recently. I went from I cut 75% of my Facebook friends.
Yeah.
And I got off social media. I did this, I did that, and you just shut yourself off. And so I felt actual. It was hard. I cried for not over Kanan. I mean, I get it. It's to me, it's a TV show, but I know that feeling, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's good one of us can differentiate the TV show.
I probably wouldn't have been able to if, things had not happened last month. But it was a hard episode to watch.
It definitely was. And everyone acted out in character, and I thought that was really cool. That obviously your warriors Zeb and Sabine, they're gonna want retribution.
They went and wrecked some stuff.
Yeah, and met the creepy little monkey guy.
And then when Zeb is pummeling him to death,
that
is
That
something that I see, and I could hear it happening.
Yeah.
Because I did a fanfic about someone getting pummeled to death, so I had that in my brain.
Yeah.
So that's what I was seeing, is because Rook was off camera. So I thought he was
oh yeah, no, I thought Zeb.
Smushed.
Yeah. I thought Zeb.
But it's Rebels, so I guess they decided not to do that.
Well, and that's the thing is, I mean, the dark turn that it already took once, I was like, are we really diving even darker into Zeb now?
Right.
Because, I mean, in all honesty, if Sabine hadn't stopped him, that's where it was going.
Yeah, jelly.
Yeah, exactly. Because, I mean, you saw him, he's punching, and then all of a sudden he raises up both fists and starts to just go, he was about to go to town. So, no, it definitely got much darker. Now, I did like the alternative with Rook.
I want to
painting him up.
Go.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you left him alive.
The homing beacon.
Yeah. You can't expect him to just, not come back. Although I did think that it was really interesting. A first for Star Wars, cloaking. That was awesome.
That was so weird, because I was when he was being pummeled, I was I wonder if some of him is visible now. And
it was almost like breaking him up and stuff.
Yeah, it's
oh no. But yeah, no. And also when Sabine stuck the detonator on the back of his neck, I thought that my head was in a dark space this entire time.
Right.
So I was like, did we just blow Rook up like this? Is that what we're doing here? I want him gone, but at the same time, really? I mean, I'm glad it was a paint bomb, but at the same time, I was just like, man. But I
always think it's funny how long it takes for their bombs to go off. Whether it's a paint bomb or a regular bomb, they stick the bomb, they push the button.
Yep.
It's
it's the dramatic effect setting is what it is.
Yeah, it's
but I mean, just I'm glad that the whole thing with Rook happened that way. I am interested in seeing what happened or what's going to happen with that, because obviously that's not done. Real quick though, I want to talk about Price. So, was it just me, or were you a little reminiscent on the Thrawn novel
I was
with her
thinking it's a
blowing-
Thrawn novel the whole time.
Yeah.
Because she's always been very reckless.
Mm-hmm.
And she's smart, but
Mm-hmm.
not.
Yeah.
You know? And so she sat there and she figured, yeah, I'll blow it up. Who
Yeah.
gives, you know? And she did.
Mm-hmm. Took down 2 walkers too with her.
Yeah.
The one she was in and the
Shut
one, the
down
other one, yeah.
factories and ruin the entire fuel supply for the whole planet.
Yep.
And
See, with her character, I feel like she's like an acceptable loss character. Like you said, she's smart, but at the same time, she has her extremes, and it's like it's almost as if she reasons, if I only do this extreme every so once in a while, then I can get away with it.
I don't
Because
know.
she got away with
Part
the
of
first
me
one.
thinks, part of me thinks that she's gotten to the point where she just is extreme. I mean, she was torturing Hera constant without even asking her any questions.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a senior interrogator does.
Yeah.
I mean, or like the bottom people that go in and interrogate people and get them all, you know,
Mm-hmm.
loosened up for the interrogator
I like
or
that
whatever.
choice of words.
Well, I was trying to be delicate,
Yeah.
but
Loosened up.
you know, well, we saw that with Caden.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, and with Han.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like, no, she just likes hurting people now.
She's breaking.
And
yeah.
I have to say that I'm like truly disappointed in Thrawn's character. I have to say that only because of what I know his true character is, like from the creator of the character.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, we're not seeing that tactician side of him
we're
at
not
all.
seeing that.
Mhm.
We're seeing smart, yes.
Mhm.
We're seeing
His artsy side.
detached
Yeah.
and but we're not seeing the overall lowest loss of life. We're not saying I'm doing this for the greater good.
Mhm.
We're not seeing that Thrawn, and
Mm-mm.
I keep waiting for it,
Yeah.
and I'm not seeing it. It's a little disappointing.
No, I completely agree with you. Because I mean, the closest that I feel like we've gotten to actual Thrawn is the scary message he gives Price, like
Right.
I'm gonna deal with you when I come back.
Yeah.
And it's just like, no, please don't come back.
Right. And I'm wondering where she's going to go when he comes back, because
Mhm.
I don't think she's going to want to be there.
Well, and that's the thing, is in the trailer, in the season 4, the second half of the trailer, she's alongside a lot of the rebels, but she's imprisoned. She's chained up. So, or in cuffs rather. So
I must have
yeah.
missed. Oh, well, I forgot the trailer.
Well, it's literally unless you like went frame by frame, you didn't really catch it, because like the only ones really you see your rebel team, and then you see Callus, I think, or Callus or Rex, and then a black-haired woman, and then if you freeze it, you can tell it's Price. But other than that, yeah. So I think that something happens where either she gets handed over as a decoy or something like that, which sounds more Thrawn-like, or she does her escape, and they're like, nah, you ain't going anywhere. It's like, you thought you were running.
I'd like to
But
see
no.
Hera get her hands on her.
Oh, oh gosh.
I
That would
would.
be, yeah. It would be satisfying. As dark as that would be satisfying.
I don't know. I mean, I
Mhm.
can see Hera going dark because, I mean,
I mean, at the point that she's at, absolutely.
but she's also still Hera.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see her going.
But then
You know.
there's the how much of Hera was Kanan. So,
But, okay, going back to my personal experience,
mhm.
how much of me was her?
I got you.
Yeah. In fact, I was lower and everything beforehand, because once she was gone,
Mm-hmm.
I had to realize that this is it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't wait to live. You've got to live now.
Absolutely.
And you have to be who
Yeah.
you're going to be. And now I'm opening a shop and I'm doing things. And
Yeah.
I had stopped doing that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I feel with Hera too. I mean, like, I can see her more so turning it into for Kanan. Like,
right.
we're gonna finish this mission that we're sent out to
Exactly.
do. We're gonna do this thing because Kanan.
Right.
And so, because I mean, yeah, she's gonna have her moment of darkness. I think for sure. She's
there's
gonna.
lots of them.
Yes. I think that she's gonna go there for sure. But at the same time, I feel like this is the most character development we've got. Well, in the last season, we got a lot more. But at the same time, like, this is, I don't know, this is interesting development for her character herself, because, I mean, I don't know, like, this is really diving deep into Hera. We're really going to see who Hera is.
Right.
And
there are dark moments
Yeah.
when you lose someone, but it doesn't have to change who you are. And I think that she'll have her dark moments just like we all do, but she'll come out as Hera.
Yeah, I agree. Ultimately, as Hera, for sure. So moving from the sad and everything, because I mean, obviously, there's a lot out of there and everything. I want to talk about the second episode, Dume. So, what did you think about the giant wolf, or the wolves in general that are acting like velociraptors?
I don't know. I mean, I try not to guess.
Well, in just theory, like, what was your impression basically in that?
It makes me wonder if all of those wolves were saying Doom. Like, no, because his name's Doom too. I'm kidding.
Nah, bro, it's him over there.
Yeah, our guy. His name's Doom. Your guy's name is Doom. Let's just talk about Doom.
Right. With the large wolf, like, at one point when it was talking, it sounded like okay, I'm not alone. Good.
No, it definitely. I think it was Kanan. Or what's the guy's? Freddie Prinze Jr.
Freddie Prinze Jr. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was him, and with the distorted, of course,
Absolutely,
to make his voice sound like that. But no, I have a feeling that he was doing Kanan's inflection because he was like fear and run, and that
ran.
was his. Those were his inflections.
Well, and the line that kind of clued me off to it was "you ran." As soon as he said that, I was like, Kanan, because it sounded that sounded the most like him at that point, and I was just like, wow, because that was the wolf too that ate Ezra in the trailer that did the big scary, which he did. So, but I want to know more of what's going on because I mean, obviously, we're going to. The next two episodes, I think, are Wolves in the Door and I can't remember the other one, but it's basically hinted to seeing the Mortis stuff that we saw in the trailer, which is where everything's headed with, or I think it's headed. I don't have full knowledge,
it makes
but
me think,
yeah.
So the Jedi Temple on Lothal is under attack or in trouble or whatever.
It's under the control of the Empire right now because of the Inquisitors.
Right, but then there's also I blanked on the name. The Sith Temple.
Yes.
Where Ahsoka said Malachor. So Ahsoka said that answers were going to be found there, and then they were like, fix and everything. And so I think that we're going to see both.
I think so too. I think that'd be cool. I wonder if Ahsoka is on Malachor still. Because we do see her walking away at the end of that, so
right. And then I think that you go back and she's like looking at her watch, like, dude.
Or what if she's Mortis Ahsoka, the one where she's possessed by the brother?
Ooh.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
That would be quite the twist for Ahsoka. So yeah.
Well, at least Call Me Snips would have a different costume to make.
There you go. And have the Fulcrum Mortis.
The Fulcrum Mortis. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm excited to see where all that's like. Because like, in all honesty, I mean, I don't feel like I have like a whole lot to say on all those. I mean, they were strange and you know how much I love my weird Star Wars.
Yeah, the
yeah.
only thing I couldn't figure out was why they were so volatile.
Very
towards
aggressive,
Ezra.
yeah.
Right. It's like I know they're trying to show him something probably and teach him something. I don't know what that is.
Because I mean, the only thing I could think of is maybe kind of trying to throw him off, or I guess in a way it almost seemed like they were trying to teach him a lesson because
or test him.
Yeah, because Dume says fear, you ran and stuff like that, and so it's almost like he was kind of gauging where he's at. But I mean, bro just lost his master. Like, give him a break.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't guess he gets.
There's no time to grieve.
You're right. Yeah. So I'm definitely interested to see more about all of that. I want to look for that symbol to find out if I can find the symbol that was on Dume's head. That wolf. I'm wondering because I feel like I've seen that somewhere.
I'm thinking
where,
that if I ever get a chance, because it got a lot of graphics going at the moment, you know which graphics I'm talking about.
Yes.
I'm gonna make a wolf for you.
Oh yes, that'd be awesome. That would be so cool. And I had my Loth Wolf pin with me the whole time too. So,
Did you hold on to it for comfort?
No, I didn't. But it was beside me. I had it in Celebration, and then Celebration quickly faded to sadness. But yeah.
And did you chunk it and say, "Stupid wolf"?
Right. I hate you guys.
It would have been fun.
But I mean, I think I'd be okay if Kanan became like that giant wolf. Like, I wouldn't be mad. Because, I mean, that's kind of cool. So, I don't know. At the same time, I have expected him a couple times to come back Force Ghost. But I'm like, it's a little early for that, though, if that's the case.
How would he have gotten trained?
I was about to say, yeah, that's a skill
that?
to learn, right? Yeah. So, I don't know.
But, I mean, I know Qui-Gon figured it out. But, I mean...
Not everyone's Qui-Gon.
Really.
Not everyone's Qui-Gon.
No, and I can't see Kanan being advanced enough to figure something like that out on his own. But, I mean, he was able to hold back fire. So.
That's true. Well,
I didn't know he could do that.
Well, and that, in all honesty, I kind of chalked up to... Because, I mean, I think he did have a premonition. Because the way he was acting about them taking point and all that kind of stuff.
Right, and he was like, can you make it to the fuel depot? You know, he directed them where to go.
He knew exactly what was going to happen, I think. But even still, I feel like in any other given circumstance, had he not, maybe he could have done that. Maybe like an adrenaline kind of thing. I don't know.
Right.
But in all honesty, I felt like it was because he prepped himself for it. He knew what was going to happen, and he was it was like obeying the Force, I guess, in a way.
Right.
So that's why I kind of perceived out of it. But yeah. So yeah.
Makes sense.
I'm excited for the next couple episodes. I'm still devastated, still hurting. So guys, if you need a support group, we're here. But yeah, was there anything else you wanted to cover on the episodes? Maybe I missed or anything like that? Oh, I forgot. Oh, go ahead.
You can cut out the thinky face.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I actually, I just thought about the Stardust versus the TIE Defenders. I thought that was interesting.
I thought that it's fun because that is the one hope that I had that Thrawn was going to be Thrawn.
Yeah.
Because Star Destroyer kills billions of people at one time, and TIE Defenders, you know, they are strategic and they only take out what they need to take out.
Yeah. So that's where I mean, obviously we know the Defenders don't make it, so, or to our knowledge, I guess, from what we get to see, we see that they don't really make it. But who knows? Maybe Palpatine's just shelved it for the time being, for this, I guess, era, because obviously he's dead now.
Right.
But,
I was gonna say, I don't think it.
I am interested. Yeah, I am interested in seeing in what capacity Palpatine shows, because obviously Thrawn's headed to see him now. But yeah, he's headed to see him now and everything. So I'm wondering if he's like, hey, bring me Ezra Bridger or something like that, or whatever. Because I mean, obviously, it has nothing to do with Thrawn's project. He's just kind of like, really, that's what you want to talk about, a kid? So I don't know. I am interested in seeing that meeting though, because I feel like every time Thrawn meets Palpatine, especially in the book, like it's nice, a nice toe to toe with them.
Yeah.
where he's not intimidated, but it's almost like, I know who you are and I know what you can do, but you don't know what I can do, kind of thing.
Right.
Like it's like equal adversaries almost. So I definitely want to see that showdown.
Yep. I like, I'll play your game, Killy Peep person.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, cool. So I guess we'll go ahead and we'll wrap it up.
Yay!
Cool. All right, guys. So, like I said, we're here for you. We'll be your support group. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at Kessel Run Weekly, or visit us on our website, kesselrunweekly.com, for all of our previous episodes, all of the first half of this fourth season, all of our reviews and chats about those, if you want to check those out and go back. And this episode will be available there as well, wherever you may be watching. Be sure to like, subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube, and just subscribe if you're listening to this. So either way, do the things. So yes,
push the buttons,
do the things. So yeah, guys, so thank you again for watching or listening, and until next time, my name is Danny.
I'm Heather,
and may the force be with you.